Hello everyone. Another sessions of me practicing my English is back again. It's been a while since last time I create another video of me speaking in English, but I know it's been a long time, but still I still wanted to create this kind of video for everyone that currently practicing their English or also at least need someone to practice their English with. So in this video is I'm just gonna talk about things that been through in my life, maybe like some kind of like life updates or things that I interested about, and talking nonsense but also really close to us. Basically topics that really relevant or topics that really hot in the news right now. But for today's video, I'm just gonna talk about some series that I've been watching. First, the series is Bridgerton. This series of Bridgerton is actually an old series of mine that I've already watched it, but since the new seasons is coming, I've been starting to rewatch it again. And I just started to realize that watching Bridgerton is clearly improving my English. I mean, like, I repeat many words there, and then also it's like refreshing my, like, how to enunciate things, but also not trying to, like, not trying to really make me or force me to learn English, because I love to watch the series and it's still fun with the romance and the comedy and the drama and everything, but like I still love it. And that's the first thing, Bridgerton. I'm not gonna say much about Bridgerton because I don't think that it's really, like I enjoy watch Bridgerton, but it's not really the things that I have many topics on. But another series that I'm really interested right now is a Korean TV shows actually. I don't know if it's like TV shows or like Netflix shows, but it's being featured on Netflix right now. And then I'm not sure if it's on TV also, but it's on Netflix. I watched on Netflix. It's called um how can this love be translated, if I'm not mistaken. Is it how can this love be translated or can this wait, let me search. Oh yeah, it's can this love be translated. Can this love be translated is a really good movie. It's a really good series. Not a movie, it's a series. It's like 12 episodes. It's really good. I must say, like, if I watch that movie, why am I keep saying movie? I mean, like, if I watch that series again, I don't think that I could find on a series that on the same level. First of all, I think the cinematography is really good. I don't know if it's like cheating because they already pick a good spot. They film in Canada. I mean, like, Canada is already good, anyways, right? And then they film in Italy. Of course, I mean, like, Italy. What could go wrong in Italy, right? So the cinematography is already very good. And then maybe some part of in Korea and then another part in Japan, but I'm like Korea and Japan, we already know. But that Canada and Italy is totally different things. And then I think we already talked about this cinematography, and then I want to talk about how good is the pronunciations of the actors, Kim Son-ho. I know that sometimes in Korean dramas, the actors was not really good in speaking in English. I know that because it feels not natural. Sometimes they try to make it sounds like as fluent as someone, but like when you try to speak a language that it's not your native language, you need to become natural instead of trying to be native. That's the things that I recognize. It's also the same thing with language that we learn. I mean, like, it's not gonna be natural if someone that have an Asian looks and then suddenly speak British accent. if it sound natural, you know what I meant, like people with some kind of various language, new language, I mean like not their native language, and then they start to speak it. You know that if it's the one that speaking it sounds natural or they are not natural. But in this series, the actors Kim Son-ho was playing a very good job to becoming like a polyglot. He speaks very good in Italy, and even though that I'm not speak Italian, but like it just feels so natural for him. He speaks Japanese. I mean, like I think Korean and Japanese already close enough, and then it's not really shocking when someone in Korea can speak Japanese, but it's still a good thing, I think. And English also, because that he's not trying to sound like an American or people that coming from any native country that speak English. He still have that Korean accent, how they pronounce some particular words with the Korean accents, but it feels natural, and that's the good thing. When you can still understand what he's trying to say, but also on the same thing, I mean, like on the same time, you're not feel like uncomfortable with their English. And things that I also noticed on this movie is actually the background of the family of the main lead. The main lead was born in a very rich family. You could see it on like their house, their family background, their pictures of their childhood, and then how their mothers are now in Italy having the very vast vineyard and everything. Is already captured how their childhood actually is, right? And then that's actually pretty realistic for me, because I mean, like, not everyone can be fluent on multiple language on the same time when they were not having the influence or they were not having the privilege or anything that happened when they were still a child. Maybe someone could have the encouragements of learning language, but before that encouragement happen, usually they need some influence. They need to be aware of the importance of learning new language, or at least like they knew that if they learn this language, it could be helpful for them. But you know what I meant. Like, if you're now struggling with English in your 20s or in your 30s, or if you're now struggling with your English in your teenage years, I mean, I think if because English is not your first language, it's never been a problem, I think. Because, as you can see from that series, that not everyone having the same privilege as him. Like, not everyone could be influenced at a very young age with books that, like that written in different language, or people, I mean, like families, or, like everyone around you. Not everyone have the same privilege of, like the global awareness of speaking or learning another language. And that's actually really real, like not everyone can be on that level without having the reality of the privilege of coming from certain part of, like family status. And for everyone that's still learning and still trying their best to becoming a fluent English speaker, I think any part of the world or any like progress that you have right now, you need to keep doing it, because like English is going to improve when you start using it, because it's basically the language, some things that you use when you're trying to communicate something. And then if you just stop use English and start to becoming insecure with your accents, or start becoming insecure with your grammar and everything. While actually people don't actually care about your grammar or any types of mistakes that you've made. Sometimes they just want to know what is the thing that you are trying to communicate. And then that's why. If you're not born in a rich family or in a privileged family background, and you're still struggling to learn second, third language of yours, I think that's a good struggle. It's really portraying who you actually are, and then maybe you're now in the top like 20% of the world or something that's still trying to learn another language. And that's a good thing for you. So for everyone that actually still learning English and then still having the same struggle with me to still improving their English, I hope this video can help you. And I think for this video, I'm just gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and then see you again on another video.